The number you have reached, 911, has been changed to a non-published number.
You're listening to UCW Radio. In your face.
Welcome to another segment of UCW Radio, and this is your host, Lou, a.k.a. Falcon Coparis, and I want to thank all of our listeners for their continued support and listening in as we continue to bring on the best in entertainment on UCW Radio. Today on the show, we're going to have a very special guest. She's an actress and also one of the most sought-after cover models on the planet, from Playboy to Maxim and beyond. Now, before we bring her on the line, I have to give you some information. Listeners can actually call in when we're live, and even if we're not live, you can actually leave your comments or questions. So get a pen, write this down. The number is 323-215-1446. That's 323-215-1446. Even when the show is over, you can just leave a message, comment, whatever you want to do, and if it's interesting enough, we may just play it on the show. Also, if you're on Twitter, then shoot me out some questions. You can tweet me and send your questions or comments. Give feedback on the show if you want. My Twitter name is Louis, Louis, Velazquez, Velazquez. Follow me and ask away. Now, without further ado, let's patch in actress and Playboy cover model, Lana Tailor. Lana, thank you so much for joining us today on UCW Radio. It's a real pleasure to have you on here with us today.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
No, thank you for coming. Lana, you're not only an actress, because people may not be too familiar with you, but you are an actress. But you're also a highly sought after cover model. You've graced you've graced the pages of such household name magazines as Maxim, Playboy, just to name two of a ton that you've done. You starred in TV commercials. You had a few TV series that you were involved with, and you've done a lot of stuff. But before we get into the highlights of your career, because there are a lot of highlights that you have, let's get to the steps. Yeah, but you do, and I find it interesting. But I want to get to the steps that it took to get where you are today. So can you tell me how a girl from Canada winds up actually, you wind up on top of the cover girl model world. When did you get into modeling?
Well, basically I started when I was 12, and I took a great interest in modeling, so I started, I joined classes, I went to conventions, I started being really interactive in the industry, and I lived in Sudbury, which is 4 hours north of Toronto. It is a really small city, so I had to drive back and forth for auditions. I had to, not at 12 there, I had rides, but anyways. But yeah, I was really, you just got to give it your all, and you got to continue, grasping every single opportunity that you get, and really, giving it 110%, and yeah. Because after a while, once you keep doing these little things, it's a constant advertisement, right? So then you're gonna blow up sometime.
No, without a doubt, and you're already. As far as the cover girl model, or the cover model world, you're there. As far as other things, you're getting there. But during that time when you first started out, when you were 12, you were getting into it. You were getting the rides, going back and forth. Were your parents and your whole family, for that matter, were they supportive of you way in the beginning when you first started?
Well, my father was. He was very, it was my passion. He saw me really happy doing it. So, he was pushing it 110%. My mother, however, she wanted me to do something a little bit more realistic. Okay. Because it is a far-fetched career. Not many people really go this far. But, I gave it, like I said, 110%. So my dad was really, really supportive, and he helped me a lot. Without him, I probably wouldn't be writing today. So thanks, Daddy.
Well, I think that parents, what they wind up doing, they want to protect you, so they want you. They want any of their kids to have something that's tangible. be a lawyer, a doctor, whatever it may be, work in an office, have something
Yeah,
that you can fall
facility.
back on.
Yeah.
Because whether you're acting, modeling, you are rolling the dice, but if you have faith in yourself, and all you need is that one person to have faith in you too, and it can help you skyrocket like your dad did for you. He had faith in you, so that pushed you, and
Yeah, exactly.
that's fantastic. Now, as you've been pushed and you've had that support from your papa, you built up to doing a ton of magazine covers. I mean, you can go through that list in a second because I know you should go through it. But what I'm interested in, can you tell us how the first one came about and what was it and how did it feel getting that?
Okay. Basically, I was in Sudbury at the time, and there was a photographer. He wanted to shoot me for this ad for a casino.
Okay.
So I had drove down to Richmond Hill, and so we were shooting, yada, yada, and my girlfriend wanted to try out for Playboy. So he said, okay, I'll do some tests for you, and, I'll submit it, and, good luck. And he said, you know what, Lana, you should try. I said, no, there's no way I'm trying for Playboy. I mean, that's, not my thing. I've never even seen a Playboy magazine,
Right.
And sure enough, I said, why not? And I tried out for it, and he submitted the photos, and that Monday, the editor had called and said, we want her. So I had to go back. I shot with Paul Lucetta, and we did Natural Beauties, which I got the cover for, which blew me away there.
Right.
So I got the cover for that one, and then I think now I'm up to eight magazines with Playboy. Yeah.
8 covers?
And 2 covers with them.
8 covers?
No. Features.
Okay, 8 features.
I have two covers with them, though, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So it was, it was crazy. I mean, even back home, no one's ever really, had a girl go on Playboy before, so it was it was kind of shocking, and no one really knew how to react to it, but I kept my head high, and I said, you know what, this is something that really brought me out there, and without Playboy, I mean, I probably wouldn't have gotten half of the other covers that I got. There was Curves, there was Maximum Fitness, there was just a whole whack load of them, so, I mean, I'm really grateful, and so proud.
Well, I think it opened up a lot of doors for you, of course, because Playboy, Playboy is the creme de la creme as far as that line of magazines, men's magazines, men's entertainment, and to have the cover on that is like wow, it's definitely a wow factor. And I'm sure that once that got done. I'm sure that once I got done and you were walking down the street, it was like, hey, it wasn't like, hey, Lana, it's like, hey, how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it was definitely an eye-opener to us.
But, it actually opened up a lot of doors so that you can go and do what you're doing now. And we're going to go through all that in a second. What other magazine covers did you grace?
Okay, so I'm on a cover. I did 2 calendar covers.
Okay.
And then I did Hotline, Natural Beauties, Curves, Maximum Fitness, Inside Fitness. I have to look at my resume. And then the rest of them is features. I think now I'm up to 6 covers.
Okay, 6 and growing, and going, and going, and
yeah.
going.
And going, and going.
Yeah, there you go.
So.
But when you first got called by Playboy, because that wasn't something that you were seeking out. That's the interesting part of this, that you weren't out there actively saying, well, I want to get on Playboy, I want to be in there. You knew nothing about it. It was just fate, I guess.
Yeah.
I
guess so. Well, before I was mainly aspiring to be a Maxim model, and models such as that does not really something in Playboy, not anything to do with nudity. So, I was focusing on that, and also improv. So it was mainly acting and modeling is what my aspirations were, and so on.
And then when this came around, I mean, when you got that call, were you shocked?
I was in tears, actually. I couldn't even believe it, because it was an email that was forwarded on to me, and it was just absolutely the nicest words I've ever read, and it was just, I couldn't believe it. I said, oh my God, now I actually really have to do this. I have to go and take pictures naked. I really need to do this. So for me, it was kind of really shocking. I just mixed emotions. My heart was going like crazy. Every word that I was reading, I was just, excited more and more. So it was just, it was pretty crazy, yeah.
Well, I can imagine, you don't know anything about Playboy. You take pictures, it gets submitted, and all of a sudden they want you on there, and it's like, okay, now I really have to do this. So yeah, it's
Yes, and
happy.
now this is
Yeah,
real.
yeah, it's happy, shock. Yeah, I'm gonna get paid for doing this, but still shocked now. Wow, and you have all this stuff going on. That's interesting. But again, sometimes things happen for a reason in life, and again, this opened up
Yeah.
doors for you.
Yeah,
Now,
and I did. I'm very grateful.
yeah, I mean that's something that I find it again. I just find it interesting how things develop in life. Going forward, you jumped into acting, something that you wanted to do before, so you jumped into acting. What was your first opportunity?
My very first acting gig was a Hakeem Optical commercial, which is for glasses. So there was no speaking roles or anything, but they liked me so much. I came back 3 times. So I did 2 times. I went back, so I did 3 commercials for them. I did all their advertisements. I also, after that one, did a country style commercial.
Okay.
And yeah, just a whole bunch of commercials. And then my biggest gig was lingerie, which is now actually airing on Cinemax. So I'm co-starring in that with Jennifer Corbin. Yeah, so I mean, just they just keep rising. After you do so many things, and someone sees you, and then they want you for this, and then they want you for that, and whatever. So I'm just really happy that I'm doing lingerie and stuff. We're actually going for a 2nd season.
Oh, really?
So,
yeah. That's great.
It's really doing good.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I just, you are definitely, you put your heart into what you do, and I love that because, some people, they have a tendency not to give their all because first, hey, I'm not getting paid enough to do such and such or whatever it is. As long as you're not compromising yourself, and if you have the opportunity to make the situation look better, why not? I've done it, and you just do what you need to do to try to get ahead, and people see that. Now, do you see yourself pursuing an acting career above being a cover model?
Actually, yes, 100%. I mean, modeling is
ding,
great.
Ding, ding, good answer.
Well, thank you. Where is my prize? No kidding. But yeah, I mean, modeling is great, but realistically, my dreams and everything that makes me come alive is actually acting. So for me to pursue modeling, it's still, it's still fun. I'll probably still do a little bit of it, but my main focus is definitely in acting. I want to do more film and, maybe comedy, drama, but I definitely want to get out of that whole sexy sort of thing and just focus more on acting.
Or you want to be taken seriously as an actress?
Yeah, 110%.
Okay.
So right now we're doing the 2nd season for lingerie, but again, that's more of
that's in that same genre.
It's an amazing show. It's amazing, yeah. But that genre is something that I don't see myself sticking with for too long. I'd rather do more, Kate Hudson type stuff and be funny and be able to laugh at myself and whatnot.
Okay, well, I mean, I can see you doing stuff like that, because you do have a good sense of humor and you have a personality, and a personality can come through over the phone, on television, in the movies, whatever the case may be, but if you make people around you feel comfortable with working with you and you're giving 110% in what you do, it's a win-win situation for everyone. And now I have a very interesting question for you. This is what all the guys out there want to know. Well, actually, not what they really want to know, because I'm not asking those questions. But this is a question that some guys want to know. Now, I know you can play sports. You love sports. And you can play them for television and film roles if you needed to. But tell me, are you a true sports fan?
I am.
Uh-huh.
Well, you know what? My main sport is UFC. I absolutely love it. I'm a big fan of George St. Pierre, actually. He's amazing. He fights with his heart, and I really like his style, so I love UFC.
Yeah. Well, UFC, mixed martial arts, I mean, that is the latest thing, the latest, I guess, big thing in physical sports. First you had boxing, and then you had, obviously martial arts and things of that nature. Mixed martial arts, that's the next coming. Has been way overdue. Maybe in the next year or so, maybe it'll be legal in each state. It's still not legal in New York, believe it or not. Yep, not legal in New York and about 10 other states. But you have.
Well, I hope that changes.
Yeah, I hope so too, because that's a big revenue thing. Because a lot of like even for you, even though you're not involved in that, I mean, just the openings that come for endorsements and things like that, and product lines, someone like you, forget about it. You can endorse some UFC gear. If Dana White's hearing, you can endorse some UFC gear. That can be a good thing. Who knows?
Yeah.
But beyond UFC, what
Right.
other sports do you like? Do you like football, baseball, hockey?
Well, I'm from Canada, so yes, I do like hockey. I'm a fan of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Shocking.
I used to. It's shocking. No one else is a fan, though. Really, come on.
Are they a real team? They exist, really?
Yeah.
I'm joking.
Yeah. They're really bad. A lot of people, aren't that big of fans, but I am. So, and hopefully one day they can win.
But you stay loyal.
That,
but you stay loyal, and that's a big thing.
Yes, I believe.
There you go.
So hopefully they win. If so, I'll be cheering. I'll be there cheering.
There you go. See, now again, another opportunity. Come on, guys. You have your number one fan here. Jesus. Now, what about football?
Well, it's fun. I mean, I like to watch it, but I mean, it's not. I don't know. I don't really understand it, to be honest.
Okay.
I say that, but I don't get it.
Oh, good. You just broke about 1 million hearts just now.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Just erase that. Can we go?
Yeah. No,
you know what? It's great. I think I like if I go to the beach or something, I'll throw a football back and forth. I can do it, but yeah. I mean, it's fun to watch.
Okay, well that's okay. But I know you must love baseball though, or like baseball, and I know you're probably a Toronto fan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, how much?
Actually, I just went to a Blue Jays game, and I almost got hit by the ball.
You almost get hit by a ball?
It flew right behind. No, by the ball, because they hit the ball, and it just basically swung right over my head.
Yeah.
So it was scary. Yeah, you got to go there with a glove. So I'm gonna do that next time.
Yeah,
and I will catch it.
Yeah, not a good thing for you to get hit with a ball. That's
no.
No, because then everything goes down the tubes at that point. Matter of fact, the Blue Jays again. I say they have you again, number one fan, and they need all the fans they can get because God knows, So maybe they can get you to bring more fans to the stadium, and that'd be a good thing. But Toronto.
There we go.
Yeah, Toronto fans are loyal though. They'll go and stand by their team, and that's fantastic. Now, moving on, in your line of work, you take on a lot of appearance gigs for events, clubs, things of that nature. Is that something that you are always open for if a promoter wanted you there?
Well, I love doing events because I get to meet a lot of my fans, and I get a lot of people, they travel and come and see me, and I think that is just self-rewarding, and I like giving them, an autograph or giving them whatever I can because it just, to see that big smile on their face is just like, wow, really? I can do that to you? Wow, I'm happy, So to do events for me, I will continue to do it for sure. My booking agent is actually Mike Esterman, so Esterman.com if anyone wants to book with me.
Mighty Mike Esterman, my man.
Yeah.
He books everybody. I'm telling you, I can get anyone on the phone like Mike Esterman. He, I call him the ultimate celebrity booking agent. That's what he is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, even my girlfriend Anissa Holmes, she lives just not too far from here, and she has the same one. So I mean, everybody is booked with him.
Yeah, he gets around. But Mike's a good guy. Yeah, we had him on the show. We had him on the show about a week ago. And
oh really?
Oh yeah.
Oh good.
You have to hear that stuff, but he's a good guy, and actually he has a good hold, a good understanding of what needs to get done, and he does book a lot of celebrities, from not even from coast to coast, from continent to continent, So he is that good, and I'm just plugging him because I think he's okay. So, Mike, there you go. Now I'm done with you. Yeah, no payment. Thank you. Anyway.
I love you.
If you had to name, a top event that you were brought in for, I know it's a little hard, but what would it be? Because I know there has to be some place that you were booked that made you feel so good to be there.
There was actually one time, me and my girlfriend went, Anissa Holmes, we went to Miami, and we were booked at a place called The Mansion, and that was a really good night. I mean, there was just, we signed, we were in the hottest news calendar, Playboy.
I'll check
so
you
signed
out.
We signed, I think, at least 1,000. So we were sitting there for a good 2.5 hours, but we got to individually meet every single person and, you know, talk to them for a good, you know, it's probably 20 seconds or whatever, but it was so good to meet everybody and partying with them afterwards. It was so good. It was a lot. We had a lot of Jack Daniels.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, I know.
It was good. It was good.
You know him so well, he's John to you. But anyway, but signing all those autographs, you know, that even though that's painstaking and people think about it, you know, it's not a big deal. You sign an autograph, but after, I don't know, the 20th and 30th one, your hand starts hurting you a little bit. You know, you go 50, 100, yeah. Yeah,
but then you just, you know, you have that other shot of Jack Daniels, and then you continue, and you're like, all right.
Yeah, you put it on your hand, you numb it up, and there you go. You're good to go.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
it's good. It's good.
Oh, that's awesome. Now, you are always, I mean, you're always working. And I see you as being a true hustler as it relates to your modeling and acting career. And that's something, and that's what I see, because just, you know, hearing more about you, especially on this interview, and what I've heard and what I've seen, you'll go and put your all into a situation, and that's something that directors and photographers, they actually crave. I speak to a lot of them, and they crave that, because you have some models and actors that won't give it 100%. You know, especially on the modeling front, they won't go and make a something make the most of something that they're in, because it comes down to the money.
Exactly.
You know, but
and that's what's unfortunate, because you know what, you can't start. It's just like any other job, because if you're going to start somewhere, you have to intern. You're not going to get paid, but afterwards, you know, everything's going to pay off. So it's the same thing for modeling. At first, you know, I didn't get paid. Now, even before, I think I did something for free. And, you know, it just blows up. Or if you give it that extra oomph or whatever, you just got to give it. Because otherwise it's not going to go anywhere. Even if you're getting paid and you're not getting paid enough or something, sometimes you'll roll it. And, you know, if you don't give it your all, it's not going to go anywhere and it's not going to look good. No one's going to want to work with you. So even if you have to do it for a little bit less money, but it's something that you're passionate about, why not do it, make the best of it, let everybody else see what you can do, and then everybody else is going to want to work with you, and then your price is going to go up. So if the money is what makes, you know, someone happy, well, it's not going to happen right away. So I had to do a lot of stuff for a lot of low payments,
and sometimes no payments. Yeah, sometimes no payments.
Exactly, but it's self-rewarding whenever you get something, you know, that just was published everywhere, or something that just made somebody else see you and whatever. But yeah. Well, so now I'm at the point where obviously I wouldn't do something for free there, but if it was for charity or something, I mean, yeah. But I mean, you know, once you make it, and yeah.
Yeah, but you've earned that right, because you paid your dues. I mean, that's why I said you're a true hustler when it comes to this, because you gave and you gave and you gave. You did what you needed to do, and you did some free stuff. You did some low pay stuff. You worked with some good photographers, this and that. In short, you know, from what I see, you know, and just looking, and if anyone out there takes the time and looks at your pictures carefully. You know, the ones that you're modeling pictures, not your nudie ones, but the other ones. You know, but seriously, look at them. You can tell how much of yourself you put into it. So you can actually, and again, I'm saying this, you don't have to, but I am. But you can make a good photo shoot great, because you put yourself way into it. And you're not placing yourself on a pedestal. And that's the thing that amazes me with some actors and models. They put themselves on a pedestal, like they're above doing certain things. You know, and that
you can't.
You can't do that. And you're not afraid to get your hands dirty.
Negative. Yep.
Yep. See, aha, another plus. See that? Oh man, this is why you're going up, and I don't know. And you're gonna forget well, you'll forget about me. You'll say, Lou, who? I don't remember that guy.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
I'll give you a t-shirt or something.
There you go. Send me a t-shirt.
I love you.
Excellent.
There you
Can I ask you something? You do a lot of photo shoots, and this is interesting. I think our listeners would want to know this. What do you expect, or even photographers, or anyone that's listening, models? What do you expect from a photographer or other models when you go into a photo shoot?
Well, mainly, okay. I shoot with a lot of different ones, so everyone has their own type of work that they do. So sometimes, they'll shoot really fast, and some other photographers will shoot really slow in different angles and whatever. So I obviously just try to adapt to their style. But when it comes to ongoing, I like it whenever the photographer basically tell me, fix your hair or something, because I don't know. And then at the end of the shoot, it's like, oh, this was out like this. Okay, now we have to actually put it into editing and do it. Whereas if before, they could tell me, move your hair, do this, then we don't have to go through editing, just like send it,
Right.
Yeah, so basically just like little knickknacks like that, I guess.
So,
but really,
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
So yeah, basically just working together as a team to make sure that we can get what the client wants, I guess.
Yeah, well, that's good, because basically what you're doing, you're setting up a scenario where you and the photographer become one, and you have a good flow when you're taking the pictures and everything, because you're on the same page.
Right.
And by doing that, first of all, you're saving time, you're saving money for their client, and you're getting a product out there that they can actually use and be proud of.
Exactly.
See, and that's the way you do it. That's the way you do it. Now, Lana, do you have any upcoming appearances or magazine covers coming out shortly?
Well, right now there's the Maxim thing that's out. And then, like I said, the lingerie we're shooting for.
The Maxim, that's this month?
It is this. Yes, it is this month. And then there is. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Oh, Curves. I'm featured in Curves.
Okay.
And then I have 3 calendars coming out. There is the 2010 calendar for Playboy. There is Icona, and there is Auto Bodies.
Oh, awesome. So people can buy Lana.
They can.
And they can find out more about you in the magazines and everything. I think that's interesting. Now, Lana, this is the time of the show where we give the floor to our guests to plug anything that we haven't covered, like your website, what you have going on, anything else that we haven't covered. So go for it if there's anything we haven't covered.
Well,
especially
I
give you
have my own website.
Yeah, the website,
What's
big
that?
thing. I said the website is a big thing.
So I have my own website. It's called LanaTailorOnline.com. Basically, what it is, a lot of people ask for me to post like cutesy pictures and whatnot. So I decided to make an entire website about it, and it's not risque. It's definitely not nude, but it's more kind of a teaser site.
Okay. So it's implied stuff.
Yeah, what's that?
It's implied stuff.
Yeah, it's an implied site. So that is LanaTailorOnline.com.
Okay.
And I also have my website, which is my professional website called LanaTailor.com.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm going to be posting my reels, my resume, and so basically everything that I'm doing is going to be on LanaTailor.com.
Okay, and that's Tailor. It's spelled Tailor.
Yes, like the tailoring company.
There you go. All right.
Yeah.
And is there anything else that you want to cover? And we don't want to talk about Mike Esterman anymore because I can't. I just can't. I talked about him for 3 days in a row, and Mike, I'm done with you. I'm sorry. For a little while, then we'll talk. So somebody else will come out and say, well, Mike Esterman. Okay, great. Esterman.com. There you go.
Yeah. Actually, I saw something else. So there's actually a commercial, and I think it is so funny. It's for Ontario Lottery Gaming.
Okay.
It is hilarious. I am the... Did you ever hear about the Ice Girls?
Okay.
You know what that is?
No, I don't.
Ice Girls are basically... They're girls that go on right before the hockey players go on.
Okay.
So they're kind of like, they're their own little cheerleading team. It's really cute. Anyway, so I'm in the commercial. I'm the coach, I guess you could say.
Okay.
So yeah, look up for that.
So all right. Well, I saw one of the commercials you did, and actually it was funny because you were with some nerdy guy, and then your head came off.
Yeah, that was one time. That was Country Style.
Oh yeah, that was pretty funny. You're walking there with a guy, and he's like, "Hey," and then all of a sudden your head popped off because you were a machine. There you go.
Made me his robotic girlfriend.
There you go, Robo Girl.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lana, honestly,
That was it, yeah.
Say again.
I said that would be it about everything else that's coming out. That's just, the calendars, the commercial, and the second season for Lingerie, which plays on Cinemax.
And the second season of Lingerie is on Cinemax now. And just before we close out, now the Lingerie show, do you want to give, I guess, an overview of what it's about so that people that don't know about it, they can get to know about it?
So Lingerie is basically, it's kind of like Sex and the City, except it's a little bit more erotic. Because Sex and the City, they have love scenes, but it focuses on it for about 2 seconds. Whereas this one, it'll focus on it for about 2 minutes.
Okay.
So, it's a little bit more risque than Sex and the City. It's a comedy, it's got drama, it's funny.
Okay, so people should watch this. It's on Cinemax, right?
It's on Cinemax right now. It plays, I believe, Friday night at 11.
Okay, all right.
So, yeah.
And it depends on where you are, but check your listings on your cable box or your satellite box, whatever people have their listings, and check out Lingerie on Cinemax. Lana, I know you took some time out for today for us, and I appreciate it. Honestly, it's been such a great pleasure to have you on the UCW radio show. I believe that your career is not even close to peaking, and I know that we will be seeing much more of you beyond the covers of magazines, but more in film and TV projects, you more mainstream. And I see that happening for you because you are determined, you give everything 110, 120, 150%. And that is what directors, that's what producers, that's what photographers, that's what people look for. They don't want lazy people, and you're far from that, and that's fantastic.
Thank you so much. You're so sweet.
Well, thank you. And I want to thank you once again. It would be great to follow up with you down the road as you snag those bigger projects, if it's okay with you, if you still have time for the little guy.
Of course. I'll send you I'll keep you posted on everything that I'm doing.
Awesome. Thank you so much. It's been great having you on, and I know you have to run. You have a photo shoot to do, so I want to wish you a fantastic day, and let's get you back on the show.
Sounds good. Thanks, Lou.
Thank you.
Initiating shutdown sequence.
What is your major malfunction?
So let it be written. So let it be done.
Ladies and gentlemen, my mother thanks you, my father thanks you, my sister thanks you, and I thank you.